Hi everyone, it's Garrett here at Eurovision Ireland, and we're continuing our Get to Meet the Eurosong finalists here at Eurovision Ireland. We're here in the fantastic surroundings of House here on Leeson Street. Check them out at housedublin.ie. Our next contestant has been asking the question all week, or all past few weeks, has anybody got a shoulder? And the answer to that question is, quite frankly, no, she's not getting one because she's got two beautiful ones of her own. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Kat Mahon.
Hello, how are you, Garrett?
You are a Eurovision newbie.
Yes, I am indeed. Inexperienced.
Now, I wouldn't say that you are a newbie, but how are you actually feeling about the whole Eurosong bubble?
Terrified. It's quite overwhelming, but positive, in a positive way. I'm healthily terrified. I think, there's a slight bit of pressure, but it's, I've good nerves about it, and I'm excited. So fabulous.
Now, what was the reactions when the songs were played on the Ray D'Arcy show?
I was terrified, to be honest. I'm going to use that word an awful lot, by the way, before you start. Jeez.
Now, let's just say you were hashtag terrified.
Hashtag terrified. Oh my God. Yeah, I was actually on my way into work. I was in work because, I know the show started at 3:30, so I was listening, and I work at 4. So I was there, and I work in a youth club. So I'm sitting there with my phone like this to my ear, and all the kids going, "What are you doing, Kathleen? What are you up to? Where are the pool cues?" And I was like, "Shh." So that's the setting. I was kind of listening to it in, and I was delighted. And it was great to hear everybody else's song too, So because obviously up until now I've heard nothing, but it was exciting, very exciting. Even to hear Ray D'Arcy say my name, I was like, what? It's great.
Now, you were just waiting for Dustin the Turkey to come out as well.
Yeah. Where is he?
Now, a lot of people might think that you're actually a new name to Eurosong, but a new name to entertainment, but not really.
Yeah.
2014 has been a huge year for you.
It has.
You had a spot on The Voice of Ireland, which you're still currently in, but also last year you were in the international contest called the Rose of Tralee. Now, the Rose of Tralee is not a typical beauty pageant. For the international fans that we have across the 4 corners of the globe, could you just explain to them what the actual Rose of Tralee is?
It's basically, and it's an international festival as well, but it's basically a competition which girls will enter, and they're basically looking to be an ambassador from where they're from for a start, but they are representing the modern Irish professional woman basically, and all that is great about Ireland, because we do have a great country. So yeah, that's what it's about, being a representation, of our country.
Now, you were the Rose from Longford, and you were very, very passionate about Longford.
I am indeed, yeah. It's a great county. It is.
It's almost like the GAA of music here.
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah.
Now, not only that, if people have been watching The Voice of Ireland, which sort of just started back for a new season at the beginning of this year, lo and behold, who turns up on your TV screens? And look who it is. And for all those people out there, your blind audition went very well.
Yeah, it did went well. I got Keane and Rachel turned, and I went with Keane Egan, yeah. But like your can't say that. I love Keane. He's actually really, really nice.
I'm only joking, Keane. Lovely.
Lovely guy. But yeah, I like that. I am a bit of a chancer, and I kind of just said, you know what? Because like being the Longford Rose, it gave me such a confidence boost. I'd be very much like, I'm not going to enter that. I've no chance. But my friend actually convinced me to go for Rose, and I was like, I'm not Rose material. I'd be terrible at it. And he's like, no, I think you'd be really good. And I went for it, and I got it, and I was blessed to have got it. But that definitely changed something in me. It was like, well, hang on now. I might have something to offer, and it gave me a good bit of self-esteem and a good boost. So The Voice of Ireland came round, and I saw the applications online. I'm like, and I went for it, yeah. And I was very lucky. Now I got to do my blind audition and got through down to the battle. So
now that must be so difficult to almost like do an audition blind and having 4 judges who are sitting with their backs to you. And I'm only getting to know you now, and it's so obvious that you're a very personable, individual. You love making eye contact. And how did it feel for you actually performing with all of the judges with their back to you?
It was very strange. All I could see was actually, I could see the back, or the side of Bresley's head. It was kind of sitting around like this. And I was just trying to peek around, but yeah, it was such a scary experience. You see the back of the 4 chairs and the audience are completely silent. And as a musician, I have gigged. Usually you get at least one person at the bar going, yeah! There was nothing, so it was daunting, but yeah, I was halfway through the song going, here, I'm going home. So, but yeah, at the very last minute they turned, so I was very lucky.
I knew they were going to turn.
Oh God,
I absolutely did.
I didn't.
Well, they would have absolutely been crazy if they hadn't. So now the question is, how are you going to juggle both The Voice of Ireland and Eurosong? I mean, you've picked 2 of the most craziest things to do at the same time.
It's doable. And when I had entered The Voice, because the song written by Charlie McGetkin, it was actually recorded 2 years ago in Paul Gurney's studio. And Paul Gurney would be a friend of mine, because Longford's a close community, so all kind of musician people, they know each other, or they're aware of each other. So Charlie had obviously brought this song to Paul with the intention 2 years ago of entering it to the Eurovision. And I think he may have had somebody in mind, or he may not have, but he asked Paul basically, do you know anybody who'd sing it? And Paul recommended me. So, I went down and we recorded it. And like anything, I'll do something and I'll put it to the back of my head, and I'll continue my work. And I'm a mum as well, so I'm generally busy. And so that was grand. I heard nothing. I heard nothing back, but I don't think Charlie put it in that year. So then fast forward to this year, and I had entered The Voice, and I had got through my blind. So that was all in my head. And so yeah, basically Charlie sent me an email. He's like, oh, I've put in that song again. We'll see how it goes. And I was like, oh, that's great. And again, I put it to the back of my head and keep going. And I'm busy with work and Rose and, doing a bit of everything. And my poor child doesn't know what I look like at this point. But yeah, then just before Christmas, I got the call, and he's like, we've been shortlisted. I'm like, what? So yeah, it's just been an amazing year, absolutely amazing. But it's a great song, and it's wonderfully written, like Charlie, and he has such a definite view on how he wants it. Like, he's a great guide, he's a great mentor in that sense, so I feel in good hands with him now, definitely.
Now, Charlie has done so much work with choirs and gospel choirs, and he's forever playing music and writing music, and I would say he's very much an artist. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, no, he is, absolutely. And he's such clear visions, and I've watched him in the studio. We had a lovely woman, I think Maura was her name, in to do fiddle on the track, and he knew exactly what he wanted, which is fantastic, because I suppose it's different when you're writing your own stuff. You know what you want to do, but to be going into somebody else's project, you're kind of like, well, I want to do this right for them. But he was so precise in how he wanted that it made the job very easy for me and anybody else, so he was great to work with.
Now, when you first heard the song played back, what was your initial reaction?
On the Darcy show?
No, not on the Darcy show, but in general, when you first heard it played back to it, what was your reaction to it?
Yeah, it was beautiful. And when we recorded it 2 years ago, I think there may have only been guitar on it. It was very stripped back, but even then, it's such a strong melody, and it's all about it. It's classic in that sense and timeless in that sense, where the melody is so strong of the song. So yeah, it was always a beautiful song. So it's an honour to be singing on it, definitely.
It's a very intimate song.
I love a good bit of heartbreak. You can't beat it. But it gives you something. But I've always been, as a singer, and I've always, since a child, I'm singing, and I've always loved the tortured stuff, if that makes sense. I've really liked something with a bit of emotional depth to it, and it does. So, I'm happy to be singing it.
Now, have you even thought about how you're actually going to present the song at Eurosong on the Late Late Show?
Yeah, well, down to the arrangement of, okay, what the stage is going to be like and where the piano is and where I am, you know, and where our fiddle and you know, guitarist are going to be. Yeah, I have that in my head, and Charlie, you know, because he said, right, this is the way we should do it, and it's a fantastic. But as regards to how I'm going to do it, I'm just, I'd like to say I'm transparent. Like how I'm sitting and talking to you now, that's how I am with everybody. So, and I believe as an artist, you do have to be transparent, you know, but, you know, so I'll sink my teeth into it, but I think with such a song, you really have to leave yourself open and you have to be vulnerable. And I certainly will be on the stage of the Late Late Show. I'll be terrified. So I'll be in the zone for it anyway.
Is the arrangement that we heard in the Ray D'Arcy show is going to be the actual same arrangement that we're going to hear on the Eurosong final?
Unless I don't know something, it definitely is. Yeah, no, that's the final cut, yeah.
I mean, did it almost feel daunting for you because you're actually performing a song written by a Eurovision winner and potentially going to sing the song at Eurovision again?
Yeah. It didn't become real till I heard it on the Ray D'Arcy show, to be honest. You know, I think I live in denial most of the time. It's not really happening. And I think that's a coping mechanism. And it's been serving me really well. But I'd say like that, you know, right up until the time I'm going up to the Late Show, I'll try like that, put it in the back of my head, do the rehearsals, you know, and learn the song. I know it, obviously, but, you know, to really have the performance aspect down to a T, but I'll be in denial till I'm there, I suppose, and then I'll let the nerves kick in then, so.
They'll be good nerves. Trust me, they'll be good nerves.
They'll be good nerves, yeah, because you have to be nervous.
Now, a few important pieces before we wrap up. Now, if anybody wants to find out more information about you before the Eurosong.
I have a Facebook like page and it's just simply Kathleen Mahon. So it's not under Kat Mahon, because I actually set it up prior to this, and we decided to go with Kat. My friends all call me Kat anyway, so, and it's snappy and to the point. But I set up my Facebook like page, and once apparently you have over 200 likes, you can't change it. So it's Kathleen Mahon to search for me, and then I'm on Twitter at Mahon/Kathleen, or is it Kathleen/Mahon? I can't remember.
She'll tell us afterwards and I'll put it on the video for you, okay?
Not very organised.
Okay, so that's your Facebook and that's your Twitter.
Yes, and also on Charlie's page as well. He's on SoundCloud under Charlie McGetkin, where you can listen to the track, and he's also on Facebook as well.
Actually, I'm going to say this to camera. Bad man Charlie, when you go onto SoundCloud to listen to this song, you have a beautiful woman here, and what do you have the picture on the actual SoundCloud? You have a picture of you, Charlie. No offense, but when you have, you know, a beautiful woman here, a Longford Rose Tralee here, you put her face on it, okay? Just saying.
Charlie is gorgeous. He's a very handsome man. I'm not complaining looking at Charlie. Lovely. I call him the Silver Fox.
Now, on the night, do you know what number song you're going to be performing?
We're number 2.
Song number 2.
Number 2, yeah.
And the song is called?
Anybody Got a Shoulder.
And it's sung by?
Kat Mahon.
Look, Kat, thank you so much for coming all the way down to come and talk to us.
You're very welcome.
I would have happily have talked to you all night, except if it wasn't for the man Carl over there, who keeps me in touch the whole time, because I would talk forever. So thank you so much for coming down and talking to us today.
I've had a blast. I've had an absolute blast.
Kat, Kathleen. Actually, no, I'm going to call her Catnip. Kat, the very best of luck. I think you're going to have a wonderful time. Make sure that you enjoy it.
I will absorb it.
And also enjoy the Voice of Ireland as well.
Yeah, I will.
Everybody tune in and vote for her. Now, the very best of luck, Kat, and we shall see you on the 27th of February. Everybody on the Late Late Show, on the Eurosong final on Friday the 27th. So thanks again, everybody, and thanks again, Kat.